highest truth of the linguistic expression, that is Saraswati, and that's why we have no problem with any language. And this is the bedrock of Sanatana Dharma, Indian culture, that Avirodha and Samanvaya. We are not indifferent to anything, we are not averse to anything. At the same time, we want to digest and inculcate and find the right places where they fit best. One of the grandest works of Indian tradition is Brahma Sutra, written by the great sage Bhagavan Vedavyasa. There the 4 sections are called Samanvaya, Avirodha, Sadhana and Phala. Samanvaya means this is not adverse to any other thing, establishing that. And everything is well in tune with that. This is not averse to anything, and everything falls into this, and because of this we have a way of life, and that will lead to such and such beautiful realities. That's how the 4 sections, Samanvaya, Avirodha, Sadhana and Phaladhyayas, are categorized. And in that sense, the beauty of Indian culture is, Sanatana Dharma is, it is not rejecting the world, or it is not accepting something exclusively. It is intrinsic acceptance of everything and transcending the whole at the same time. And that's why we say sannyasa means it is not renunciation, it is transition, transcending. And at the same time, accepting means it is not in the sense of tolerance. Tolerance is a negative quality. It is inculcating, digesting, and then placing in the right context and right perspective. These are all the beautiful things which rest of the world couldn't realize in this dimension. And there we find the uniqueness. And the other beautiful feature is, they told about Bharatiya Samskriti. Even the very words are so enchanting. Bharatasya idam Bharatiyam. Anything connected with India is Bharatiyam. And Samskriti. Samyak Kriti Samskriti, well done. We have 2 words. One is culture and the other is civilization. What we use is civilization, but what we are is culture. It is very easy to use things. Even a layman, if he can afford, he can buy technology, he can buy comforts. But how to buy education, how to buy wisdom, how to buy happiness? We can purchase things which give a comfortable life. But how to purchase life? We can purchase weapons. How to purchase heroism? We can purchase books. How to purchase wisdom? We can purchase musical instrument. But how to purchase melody? So the intangibility, what is very important, to that in that direction, Sanatana Dharma is often and often constantly focusing. But this cannot be established in an isolated manner. Show me wisdom means how to show wisdom? Like a pumpkin. It is very difficult. But at the same time, one can show his academic credentials. All that our good friend told about me, so many of them are such certificates of mine. They will be of no use, or at the most have little use. As the great poet Bhagavati says, Yadvedabhyenam yathopanishadam sankhasya yogasya cha jnanam tat kathanena kim nahi tata kaschit guno natake yat praudhitva mudarata cha vasyasam yat charthato gauravam tachetasti tatastadeva gamakam panditya vaidagyayoho. There is no use of boasting me about my knowledge of Veda, or Vedanta, or Sankhya, or Yoga, or what else and what forth. But what I can infuse in my theatrical expertise in the form of expression and experience, that is Shabda, expression, and experience, that is Artha, that alone comes to my rescue and nothing else. This is the bedrock of Sanatana Dharma. What is intrinsic and what is intangible, there we have to focus. And there we have no competitors, we have no contenders. Asmadradhanta samsiddho nanya radhanta siddhata, that is how it is said. If this is established, no other thing can have independent existence. If this is not established, none can have their existence. Because it is the very breath and very essence of all our existences. And the other beautiful aspect of Sanatana Dharma is, I told about Bharatam. It's not a geographical entity. Bhayam, Kantyam, Jnane, Yad Yad Ratam Tat Sarvam Bharatam. That which is interested in light and delight, that is Bharata. Light is wisdom and delight is Ananda. One is Chit and other is Ananda. Any existence should have something which is fascinating intellectually and emotionally enjoyable. In that sense, any aspect of Satchidananda is Bharata. And those who are interested in this, they become Bharatiyas. And for this reason, we can invoke any of our gods, any of our goddesses, any of our oceans, lakes, rivers, and what else, in our own desired form, in our own available things. One small cup of water can enshrine the whole waters of Ganga, Yamuna, Sindhu, Saraswati, and Narmada. That way of realizing anything in some other thing. So, for example, waters from Neckar in Germany, or Euphrates or Tigris from Iran or Iraq, and from Thames or from Seine River of England or France or whatever, or here Missouri or Mississippi or whatever, it is comprehension. But Gange cha mane cheva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhin Kuru, that is experience, realization. We can realize that. And that's why we have the forthcoming Ganapati festival. There, one small mud entity, which is called in my mother tongue Kannada as Pillari. Pillayar, that is Tamil. Pillai means son, child god. Yar is for Gauram. Avvayar, Pillayar, Periyar, like that we say. That is Pillari in Kannada we say. That is the relationship between Tamil and Kannada. And even from cow dung it is prepared. One small object, something like a hillock that is prepared, and one leaf of grass is just ducked in. That will become the embodiment of Ganapati. Means we can realize our God in any fashion. In any way we can realize. All aspects are one and the same. It's according to our convenience that we make. This is not possible in other religions, in other cultures. Before a few years, there was a summit in Geneva. That summit was called for the purpose of knowing the possibility of declaring even the feminine aspect is also God. Because we know in Christianity and Islam, feminine aspect cannot be recognized as God. But for us, there is nothing like that. Everything, let alone masculine or feminine, even the neutral form is that, and the highest reality, that is Parabrahman, is Napumsakalinga. Tat, Om, Tat, Sat, that's how we say. We have no gender complications. We don't have gender bias. At the same time, any expression is feminine. Any experience is masculine. Expression, bhasha, is feminine, strilinga. And experience, rasa or ananda, is masculine. Expression is always silent, and experience is always talkative. And that's why our sisters and mothers are very talkative. And our fellow males, they are quiet. And that's why if they are quiet, they are following their nature. If they are talkative and if they are expressive, they are following their nature. And nobody need complain on anybody. So, the Samanvaya or Dhanarishvara Tattva of the universe is realized. And again, we know the word Samskriti, which is very popular in these 100 years in India. was not used in that sense in earlier literature. Many people say that Indian culture is not at all a culture, for the very word Samskriti was non-existent in earlier literature. Of course, in Sanskrit, the word Samskriti is there. It's one of the Kridanta forms. But in this context, as culture, that was not used. Why? For the simple reason, we had some other word. And that word is dharma. Indian word, since time immemorial for culture, is dharma. Dharma is not religion. On that very bad day, decisive, wickedest day, the equation between religion and dharma is forged. And that has created a lot of havoc. There is no proper word in any non-Indian languages for dharma in its truest sense. At the same time, there is no proper word for religion in any Indian languages. Because what connotations follow when the word religion is uttered in the Western context, they are completely alien to Sanatana Dharma. Nothing can be absolutely exclusive in the Sanatana Dharmic frame. Everything is inclusive, but here it is not so. Well, coming to Dharma, Dharma means it is not believing anything or disbelieving something. Dharana dharma ityaho dharmo dharaiti prajaha, so says Mahabharata. There is sustenance. And dharana poshana yoho, that is one more dhatu. To bear and to feed and to sustain, like Mother Earth, which generates food for us and also gives shelter. In both ways, it protects us. So that is the sustenance power. And now we know a lot about that sustenance, and there is the soft power and the feminine power and all that we are saying. Always sustenance is sober in nature. And look at the Trimurti concepts of a concept in our tradition. There, sustenance is sattvam. It's something like a vehicle when it is started, highest acceleration is given, throttling is given,